How long does the eviction process typically take? In recent news, many landlords and tenants are asking a pressing question. How long does the eviction process typically take? With housing markets shifting and rental agreements being tested, this topic is more relevant than ever. If you are facing an eviction or are a landlord considering this action, understanding the timeline is essential. The eviction process can vary significantly based on location and specific circumstances. Generally, it can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months. The timeline is influenced by legal requirements, notice periods, court schedules, and tenant responses. The first step in the eviction process is providing a formal notice to the tenant. This notice could be a pay rent or quit, or cure or quit notice. The landlord usually gives the tenant a set number of days, often ranging from 3 to 30 days, to address the issue or vacate the property. If the tenant does not comply with the notice, the landlord must file an eviction lawsuit with the court. This legal action is often referred to as an unlawful detainer. The time it takes to file and process this lawsuit can vary by jurisdiction and court workload. Once the lawsuit is filed, the court will schedule a hearing. Depending on the availability of the court, this can take a few weeks. During the hearing, both the landlord and tenant can present their cases. If the court rules in favor of the landlord, a judgment is issued. This judgment includes an order for eviction. The tenant is typically given a final period to vacate voluntarily, which usually lasts from a few days to a week. If the tenant still refuses to leave, law enforcement may be called to carry out the eviction. This physical eviction can add additional time to the overall process. On average, the entire eviction process may take around 30 to 60 days. However, it can extend longer if the tenant contests the eviction or if the courts are experiencing backlogs. Some states or cities have additional tenant protections that can lengthen the timeline. For instance, longer notice requirements may be in place, which can affect how quickly a landlord can proceed. New laws are also emerging that can impact the eviction process. These laws may limit security deposit deductions or requiring more detailed documentation during the tenancy. While these regulations aim to protect tenants, they do not necessarily shorten the eviction timeline. Therefore, landlords should prepare for the eviction process to take several weeks or even months. It is vital to consider local laws and court schedules when planning for an eviction. Understanding this process can help both landlords and tenants navigate their rights and responsibilities more effectively.